Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are going to talk about Surah Al-Qariah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Al-Qariah, the striking calamity. Mal-Qariah. What is the striking calamity? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْقَارِيَةُ. And what can make you know what is striking calamity? يَوْمَ يَكُونُ النَّاسُ كَالْفَرَاشِ الْمَبْثُوثِ. It is the day when the people will be like scattered moths. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْإِحْنِ الْمَنفُوشِ. And the mountains will be like loosened wool. فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. Then as for those whose scales are heavy, فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. They will live a life full of pleasure and contentment. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. But as for those whose scale is light, فَأُمُّهُ حَاوِيَةٌ. Their refuge will be in Hawiya. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَهْ. And what would make you know what is the Hawiya? نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. It is a raging fire. In a bustling marketplace of an ancient city, there lived a wealthy and influential merchant named Ibrahim. Despite his riches, Ibrahim was known for his arrogance and disregard for the plight of the less fortunate. He often flaunted his wealth, believing it made him invincible. One day, as Ibrahim was boasting about his success, a humble old man approached him. "Brother Ibrahim," the old man said gently, "have you ever pondered over the day of judgment and the consequences of our actions?" Ibrahim laughed dismissively. "What nonsense are you speaking of, old man? I am far too busy with my affairs to worry about such matters." Undeterred, the old man continued, "There will come a day when all the wealth and the status will be of no avail. On that day, everyone will be held accountable for their deeds." Intrigued, Ibrahim challenged the old man, "If what you say is true, then let us make a wager. If your prophecy comes to pass, I will donate half of my wealth to the charity. But if nothing happens, you will work for me as a servant for the rest of your days." The old man agreed to the wager, but with a solemn warning. "Remember, Ibrahim, the truth of the hereafter cannot be denied." Days passed, and Ibrahim resumed his lavish lifestyles, convinced of his victory. However, one fateful morning, the city was struck by a calamity unlike any other. The ground shook violently, buildings trembled, and the people ran in panic. In the midst of the chaos, Ibrahim's wealth and influence meant nothing. As he watched in horror, he realized the truth of the old man's words. The day of the judgment had arrived, as described in Surah Al-Qariah. Overwhelmed by the fear and regret, Ibrahim fell to his knees and pleaded for the mercy. In that moment of humility, he understood the insignificance of worldly possessions and the importance of faith and the good deeds. As the city recovered from the disaster, Ibrahim fulfilled his promise, donating half of his wealth to help rebuild the lives of those affected. From that day onward, he dedicated himself to serving others and seeking forgiveness for his past arrogance. Surah Al-Qariah had taught Ibrahim a valuable lesson, that true success lies not in the wealth and power, but in righteousness and compassion.